If you're wondering why my face is like kind of red here and might be getting rid of it here, is because my razor blade for like shaving, I just noticed is dull now. And I have a skin condition, so I bled. It hurts. But you know what? Mental health first. So that's what I'm gonna talk about today. Moving on. So, while going through my LinkedIn and Facebook while trying to get an internship for college, which is a horrible process by the way, I actually learned about a growing trend called quiet quitting. Although a new concept of how people work, there's still been enough discussion around the topic, I feel, to analyze it from a more psychological perspective. So, what is quiet quitting exactly? Well, quiet quitting surprisingly doesn't mean what the term actually suggests. In fact, you can say it's a healthy way of balancing your life between work and all of your other activities that you want to do in a day. To simply define it, it's when the individual starts to work only based on what their job description requires from them rather than going beyond that. The purpose of the management is to both prevent prolonged working hours and to avoid mental and physical fatigue from your job. You could also say that this is a type of conditioning or practice to ensure that your mind will not adapt to a work is life type of thinking. It's a very recent trend, however, so it's bound to have a lot of misconceptions behind it as well. The biggest misconception of them all to start with, I would argue, is that technically speaking, there's no such thing. Quiet quitting shouldn't really even be a thing. And, well, what do I mean by that? I mean that as a concept. There's nothing wrong with not performing duties outside the original job description, right? Some people may take a look at the admittedly misleading term and think of it as slacking off or giving up on the job, right? But they're not really doing that, are they? What people are doing is shifting their priorities to what they are professionally supposed to be doing, rather than giving up or slacking because they're not doing something that was already in their job description in the first place. This is born out of a renewed perspective greatly influenced by the past year's troubles in the form of COVID and all the tragedies in between. People are learning to set boundaries and actually take on only what they are capable of doing this time now. They realize life is precious in between, you know? Quiet quitting is a concept born out of an ingrained workplace hustle culture that greatly encourages the grind. It's all about that grind, you know? And to work beyond what is expected of them, even if it merits no gain or reward in return. While based on principle, this may make it sound like a person who does these things is virtuous and there's nothing wrong with choosing to behave in this manner yourself if it suits you. But the inlaying problem is that it's a culture so ingrained that rather than being the sign of someone that's exceptional, it's become the expectation of everyone when it really shouldn't be. People shouldn't have to be expected to be super soldiers at the workplace. The reason there are job descriptions and delegations of work in the first place is so that everyone can fulfill what's asked of them without causing the efficiency of the organization itself. Companies should be able to do just fine when everyone fulfills simply what's asked of them. If you want to hear more on how not setting boundaries has a lot of symptoms and effects, please do check out our previous episodes on burnout and overwork. They're some of the top in our channel actually, which I am very happy for that people are starting to learn about it and appreciate that. But the point in that script I want to summarize most is how to do scheduling. First, we start with objective setting. Take a look at all the things you need done within a day, a week, within a month, or within a year, though it's probably better to start small, so perhaps a day or a week at best would be nice. And note them down somewhere. Also note when they need to be done. From there, you could begin to set up personal deadlines for yourself for when things should or should not be done. This doesn't lessen the workload at all, necessarily, but it does put them into a perspective from which you ought to be able to take them on one at a time and to have it all organized within. And the second thing I want to really highlight is place me time within your schedule. It's important to find time to simply rest or enjoy your own personal hobbies. There should be gaps in your schedule where you should be free to take a moment to yourself, take care of your personal needs, and pursue things other than work, because there's more beyond that. Self-care of all kinds in the long run helps with the maintenance of both your physical and mental health, allowing you to be more alert in the times you have to use to work in the first place, so it's a win-win for everybody. Personally, I've always been the type to work hard in the position that I'm given, and I like even going above and beyond when I'm having fun with it anyway. But that's just my own style. You're not legally obligated to do that at all. Quiet quitting implies that it's wrong to not go beyond, but that's not true in the slightest. Doing only what you're paid for is completely normal, and boundaries like those are essential for your own health. If a company can't run if their workers aren't doing overtime, then the company is in the wrong, not you. Don't worry, you're okay. Quiet quitting isn't anything that's particularly unique, it's just setting normal boundaries. In conclusion, I hope you guys are just taking care of yourselves, really. Please comment any topic you'd like for us to tackle next, and please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and taking time out of your day to really learn about this type of stuff, and I hope you all take the time to take care of yourselves as well. I hope you all have a great day ahead. Thank you.